Shannon. We're just gonna start in just a minute. All right. Hi friends, thanks for joining. Just gonna start momentarily. Got my tea. Cheers. Cheers to hydration. I have a little reishi mushroom herbal tea going on right now. It is so delicious. I'm really like a lover of, hi friends. I'm really a lover of like earthy herbal teas. I don't know. There's something about that like earthy herbal tea that just feels like super grounding. Maybe because I'm a Capricorn and I'm an earth sign, but anyway, we're going to be starting in just a minute. We're going to be talking about today's holistic wellness hot topic. Do you have leaky gut? Gut Health 101. It's more important than you think. Or maybe you realize that and you recognize good morning. This is a hot topic, y'all. Gut health. So whether you are watching live or on the replay, I always encourage you to, especially on Facebook, because I can't see if you are here unless you say hi or you put your favorite emoji in the comment. And that is something that I would appreciate because I do want to know who's here. I do want to connect with you guys. So thank you so much for joining again live or on the replay. So did you guys see that the title of today's hot topic wellness workshop is, do you have leaky gut? Gut Health 101. And you also might be thinking, but Minitaka, you're a burlesque dancer. True. But guess what? I'm also a functional nutritional therapist and wellness coach known as Alyssa. Also true. And let me just check one more thing. Okay, so we're going to dive in. So I want to say welcome. It is Thursday, November 19th, 2020. And I would like to welcome you to day 4 of, it's the final day of A Taste of Nourish to You Flourish. So this week I've been coming live both on Instagram and on Facebook, sharing hot topic wellness workshops. So, and with really the intention to just expose you to my work as a nutritional therapist and wellness coach. I really want to help everyone learn and grow and heal and feel better. And so by offering these workshops, my goal is to really give you actionable and tangible takeaways for practices that you can implement into your life. And so the reason why I'm offering A Taste of Nourish to You Flourish, these hot topic wellness workshops this week, is because it's giving you also just a sampling of what it's like to work with me should you decide to join me, my small group holistic wellness coaching course. It's called Nourish to You Flourish, and we're starting on December 7th, Monday, December 7th. It's a 6-week small group coaching course. And you might be asking, well, what the hell is Nourish to You Flourish? Hey, friend. And I'm going to say, I'm glad that you asked. So Nourish to You Flourish is my signature 6-week small group, holistic wellness coaching course. And it's really designed for you to confidently overcome self-judgment around daily choices to create a healthy mindset, implement mindfulness relating to digestion and nutrition, and really to transform your lifestyle into one that inspires you to live your best life. So if you're just joining, today's the 4th day of 4 of 4 days in a row of these live hot topic wellness workshops. And the replays on Instagram are available in my IGTV and on Facebook in my Minnetonka Facebook feed. So Monday, the topic was how to boost immunity through nutrition. Tuesday's topic was setting and keeping goals during uncertainty. Yesterday was a biggie, and it's overcoming self-criticism through self-compassion. So that one is also available on IGTV if you are on Instagram and on my Minnetonka Facebook feed. Also, my nutrition and wellness coaching feed, the replay is available, Alyssa at Wellness HQ on Facebook. And so those replays are available. But today we're ready to dive in. We're gonna dive into our hot topic of, do you have leaky gut? Gut Health 101. So, have you heard of leaky gut? Leaky gut is also known as intestinal permeability. And it happens when your intestinal lining becomes damaged over time and more porous than it ought to be. What happens is the gaps in your intestinal walls start to loosen, and then the lining of your intestines become leaky. Hey, Chartreuse! And then substances like bacteria or toxins or undigested food particles or waste products seep directly into your bloodstream. So that is like yucky. And the super important fact that I want you to, that I say in all the time in so many of my workshops and teachings, because it is so critical to have this. Get out your pen and paper. 70 to 80%. Hey, Dirty. Dirty, you came just in time for the most important factual information ever. 70 to 80% of your immune system lives in your gut, your gastrointestinal tract. Your digestive system. 70 to 80% of your immune system is housed in your gut. And so that means that literally, like, not only does all disease begin in the gut, but you have this opportunity to help support your gut. And so the yucky thing that I was explaining earlier is, like, with leaky gut, when the foreign substances cross over into your body, into your bloodstream, it causes systemic body-wide inflammation. So additionally, like, damaged cells in your intestines just don't produce the enzymes proper for digestion. So it's like, uh-oh, shit. So what in the hell does this all mean? We're talking about what's the definition of leaky gut, also known as intestinal permeability. And it's really what happens when the walls of your intestines become damaged over time and more porous than they ought to be. And so then bacteria and toxins and other substances leak out into your bloodstream and then cause this systemic wide inflammation, which can result in a lot of health conditions that I'll discuss momentarily. But so the other thing that's super just like crazy and mind-blowing to know is that when you have leaky gut, everyone has a form of it to one another, depending on your health. But what's crazy is that as a result of this intestinal permeability, leaky gut, your body can't absorb essential nutrients. And additionally, you've just got those unwanted pathogens in your bloodstream. And so this can lead to this, like, a weak immune system, hormone imbalances, and chronic health issues that includes allergies, asthma, chronic fatigue, headaches, you guys. autoimmune disease, depression, brain fog, difficulty concentrating, ADD and ADHD are totally linked to gut health. Have you heard NSAIDs? Yes. Yes. Dirty. I'm totally going to get to that. Yes. Joint pain is impacted by leaky gut. Skin issues like eczema, rashes, hives, acne. Chronic digestive issues like bloating, gas, diarrhea, constipation, reflux, heartburn, all of that. Okay, so I mean, this question might be kind of like, hey Bruno, it might be rhetorical, if you will, but is gut health really that important? I mean, because quite frankly, I never knew it was. I don't think we were ever really taught that. And so I am here to say and to just remind you or share with you for the first time ever that the health of your gut, your gastrointestinal tract is so critical. And it's literally, gut health is one of the most important things you could ever, consider doing in terms of working to support your health. And so when I began my healing journey like many years ago about autoimmune disease, rheumatoid arthritis, and I literally had no idea what gut health was, nor did I realize how deeply food, sleep, stress impact your gut health. All of that impacts your gut health. It's not just what we're eating. And so, when you're supporting your gut health and you have proper gut health, it really allows the nutrients in and keeps the disease-causing pathogens out. And good gut health really can help resolve many common health issues. Like I just mentioned, like skin issues or depression, sleep, allergies, like so many conditions that you'd never think have a relationship with food, but they do. Okay, so here we go. So this is so what causes leaky gut, intestinal permeability? There are a lot of things that impact your gut health, and we're going to just talk about some of them. So, there are many factors that contribute to leaky gut, and the underlying causes are really different for every single person. So everyone is a unique individual and has different life circumstances, and so I really work on the premise that everyone is a unique individual and that there's no specific lifestyle or nutritional protocol for one person. And so just know that your unique health concerns or goals or whatever is really specific to you, but there are specific factors that can contribute to this leaky gut intestinal permeability. And so just here are just a few like substances that can contribute. There are foods. Okay, so common foods that can contribute to leaky gut are gluten. Some of these will not come as a surprise, but this is science backed. So gluten, dairy, processed foods, hydrogenated oils, refined sugar and refined carbohydrates, like white bread, pasta, etc. And then artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners are, oh my God, please, I beg of you, do not consume artificial sweeteners. Just have real fucking sugar over artificial sweeteners. Another thing a substance that contributes to leaky gut is excessive alcohol. I'm not saying don't drink if you like to enjoy alcohol. I certainly do. But if you're overdoing it. You do. And then prescription over-the-counter medications like antibiotics, corticosteroids, antacids, steroids, aspirin, ibuprofen, all of those really damage your gut lining. Also, bacterial infections. Maybe you've heard of SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. H. pylori is another, it's a bacteria that can cause ulcers or parasites and viruses. So these are super common amongst humans to have these. A lot of us live life with having, pathogens or parasites and bacteria and kind of just don't even know, unless you get tested, for example. But the other thing that really, really impacts your gut health, you guys, this is so huge, is chronic stress. And that could be emotional stress, that could be physical stress, that could be mental stress, that could be environmental stress, like mold, okay? Environmental toxins, lead, mercury, radon, formaldehyde, BPA, pesticides, all of these, oh my God, all of these like really, really deeply impact your gut. And like I said earlier, get out your pen and paper. 70 to 80% of your immune system is housed in your gut, in your gastrointestinal tract. So it's something so to be just really aware of, and how every aspect of your life impacts your gut health, which impacts your overall health. And that's why I'm just a holistic, wellness practitioner, because it's not just like, oh, your exercise or, what you eat or whatever. Like everything is interconnected and interrelated in terms of how you are ushering yourself to optimal health. So I just wanted to say that there really is, I don't want to, this isn't to overwhelm, it's to educate, and to recognize that so many things do impact your gut health. And gut health is key to your overall health. Okay, so good news, you guys. We've got some good news. There are so many things that you can do to help support your gut health. So how do you fix leaky gut? How do you support your gut health and, start to feel some of these maybe common health concerns fade away? So like I said earlier, I just want to be super clear and say that everyone is coming from a different place, and everyone is different, has different bodies, and has unique needs. So working on restoring gut health takes time, especially those with chronic conditions and autoimmune disease like me. I've been working on, when I started learning about this a handful of years ago, I've been working on my gut health for, specifically knowing what I'm doing for 3 years. But it doesn't need to take that long for everyone. There are really honestly simple things that you can do, and just things to be mindful of to incorporate into your life, and just be mindful to not overindulge in some things that that might be, detrimental to your health. So, everyone's coming here from a different place, and I just want to offer some key things that you can do to help support your gut health. Okay. Some of these are easier done, honestly, when you're working with a practitioner like me, or someone else. It doesn't matter, because a lot of this is really hard to navigate on your own. It is doable, but a lot of us that it is kind of overwhelming and hard to navigate on your own when you're just, using Dr. Google and searching symptoms, and there's different articles every 5 seconds about what to eat or what not to eat. But anyway, so one of the first things you can do to help really support your gut lining and your gut health, and to help eliminate and take care of leaky gut, is identify foods that you're sensitive to, and then eliminate them. And this, for some people, what you're sensitive to, what foods cause you issues. And I am here to tell you, if you have a food sensitivity, it doesn't necessarily just come out with digestive problems. It literally could just come out with migraines, or it could be, eczema. It could be, dry eyes. There are brain fog. There are many things, our bodies are communicating with us that something is out of balance. But some common allergens and leaky gut food triggers, you've heard this before, but I just want to remind you because it's really important. We forget. and this is might not be for not everyone. Everyone could, you could be the person that these are fine and fabulous, and that's great. But these are very common leaky gut triggers: dairy, gluten, soy products. You guys, soy products here in America, kind of like fake meat stuff. It ain't good, especially for women like perimenopause, menopause. There's a lot of issues concerned estrogen around that. Corn also, is a lot of this has to do with like GMOs and crops, soy and corn. So I know, right? It's like it's like. It's so interesting. It's like we want to do and eat and be whatever the fuck we want. And like, we don't want to listen to our body. We're like, no, I just want that, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, I think all of us know intuitively, like what our bodies respond to and whether it's, helpful or hurtful. And some of us are in total denial, and that's okay. I've lived in denial for many years of my life, but, on many areas. But I think like if your health and your well-being is a priority, just listen to your body's messages and just don't eat that food for, 30 days and see what happens. So another thing, a few other, leaky gut triggers: sugar and lectins and phthalates, or phytates, which are their compounds called anti-nutrients found in grains, legumes, nightshades, corn, and soy. And so just side note, this is a whole other topic, but just for those of you who are like, what? Grains, legumes, nightshades? Nightshades are white potatoes, peppers, tomatoes, eggplant, tomatillos, that family. So, again, this is not necessarily everyone that this causes leaky gut or inflammation, but there are these lectins and phytates. They're compounds that are anti-nutrients found in legumes and nightshades and some grains that, especially grains, if you soak and sprout them, which takes time, then that helps release that protective layer that plant naturally did to protect itself from harm in the wild. That was just like a very brief overview, because it can get confusing of why grains would not be great and cause leaky gut, but or legumes, but just staying away from like canned beans, for example. I think we all know to do that at this point. But anyway, that's another topic, the anti-nutrients found in those foods. Okay, so number 2, what can you do to help support gut health and work on your intestinal lining is to... I really like to introduce foods. I'm not a big, huge fan of, even though sometimes it really is important to experiment and eliminate foods, I really love introducing things, because I think the more that we introduce nutrient-dense, like anti-inflammatory, healthy foods that we know feel nourishing and healing, then the more that we are going to... our body's going to kind of just naturally start shifting and changing, and then we're going to seek that out more. So some like really of the like top anti-inflammatory, nutrient-dense, gut healing foods to add into your daily diet are number 1, wild-caught fish. Wild-caught, omega-3 rich fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, totally like wonderful gut healing supportive foods. If you've followed me on my wellness page, Alyssa at Wellness HQ on Facebook and the.wellnesshq on Instagram, I talk a lot about bone broth. And bone broth is something that I've started to incorporate into my life for the past, 3 years. And it's actually super cheap to make. It's more expensive to buy. But bone broth has the cartilage and the collagen and the nutrient dense amino acids, which are like protein building blocks, and all this, like all these amazing vitamins and nutrients from specifically from like the cartilage and the joints from like the animal bones, like knuckles, chicken feet, for example. And that is so supportive to your gut lining. So incorporating bone broth in your soups or your stews, or, I like to make like a bone broth latte with coconut milk, and it's so delicious. But anyway, so bone broth is such, what I'll actually do on Facebook is in the comments, I wrote a whole article on bone broth, why you need it. And so I'll put that in the comments on Facebook. And then if you're watching on Instagram, my website is thewellnessheadquarters.com. I think it's just /post / bone broth. Anyway, the other thing is you've probably heard of probiotics. So, yes, people can take probiotics, and that's great. But probiotics can be expensive. Supplements can be expensive. I really like to focus on how you can really heal and seal your gut and support your gut health through foods and lifestyle. So, but fermented foods and vegetables like kimchi or sauerkraut are really wonderful, healthy probiotics for you that are nutrient dense, anti-inflammatory, and really help with gut healing. And that would be raw fermented. Something I've yet to make myself, but I want to. And then what's super important to gut health is making sure that you are eating a wide variety of foods. And yes, 100% produce for sure. Like, eat your leafy greens, your arugula, kale, parsley, spinach, bok choy, all of that. Fruits as well. But the really important thing with gut health is to rotate your foods. So I know that, humans are creatures of habit. So maybe you have your oatmeal every morning with a banana for breakfast, and you've had it for like 3 years in a row. There is a good chance that you have developed a sensitivity to oatmeal and bananas. That's just how our digestion works. Our digestion works a lot better with bringing in all different kinds of bacteria and nutrients to really keep it on its toes. So I encourage you to mix it up. If there is something that you eat every day, take it out for a little while and mix it up. You can certainly go back to your, favorite breakfast, but just alternate every other day. That's super important. The other thing that can really help with gut healing foods is really healthy fats. That includes coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil, duck fat's really good. Ghee, if you can tolerate dairy, it's fermented butter. Not fermented butter. Oh my God, what's it called? Ghee is clarified butter. Sorry. And then also egg yolks. So there are people who are, sensitive to eggs and know it, or some people are and they don't know it. But the egg yolks, please don't ever eat an egg white omelet unless you know that you are allergic or sensitive to the yolk, because the yolk is literally where all of the nutrients are. And then here's a third thing of how you can support your gut health is really be mindful of popping those ibuprofen, the NSAIDs, like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs every time that you have a headache or a minor pain comes along. You're looking at a gal who would literally, I had headaches for, the first half of my life, and I would pop, it was like, I would probably have, 3-4 times a week, I would have I would take 3 to 4 ibuprofen a day, like several times a week. And there is no doubt that contributed to poor gut health. And like I said earlier, 70 to 80% of your immune system is housed in your gut, in your gastrointestinal tract. And that is why your gut health and supporting your gut through diet and through mindfulness and through lifestyle changes are so critical. Okay, so just be super mindful of popping, ibuprofen or aspirin or Aleve or whatever that is, like every time you have just a minor headache or a minor pain. Yes, I understand there are times when you want to take that. But sometimes we are literally just dehydrated. Sometimes just drinking water or, taking an Epsom salt bath or actually getting to bed an hour early or taking a nap, something can really help with that. Even if you take like a natural anti-inflammatory like turmeric or curcumin, which is the compound found in turmeric, like a capsule of up to about like 500 milligrams a day of curcumin or turmeric could help alleviate the issue. And so that is something that you can take. Turmeric is this natural anti-inflammatory that is so beneficial, and you can take and for the rest of your life. I've done research on it. There aren't negative side effects yet. So, unless your body somehow doesn't, receive it well, it's a great anti-inflammatory. And headaches, for example, or, minor sprains or pains are all inflammation in the body. All right. And then number 4 of how to support your gut health and work on leaky gut is finding ways to de-stress. And this is going to be so different for everyone. And I'm here to remind you, I know you've heard this, I know you hear this, I know that you know this, but I really want to remind you how much tension and stress that you hold in your body impacts your health in so many ways. And it is so important for us to recognize how we're feeling and address that and acknowledge that and really take care of ourselves and truly make time to find things that really make us happy and bring us joy and bring us a sense of calm or, nourish us or rejuvenate us or help us feel connected. And that's, there's so many things that I know that you have in your life that bring you joy and bring you that sense of calm and groundedness and that really help you feel supported and nurtured and help you de-stress. For some that's just going on a walk or, playing with your pet or knitting, or for me, it's like baking and cooking. I couldn't be more happy, or it could be meditation, or it could be like playing a game with your friend or, playing music or just, taking a freaking nap. That brings me joy. And that is super stressful. A super wonderful de-stressor. I'm a huge fan of guided meditations. I have been for a while. It's kind of like the only meditation that resonates with me. I do breathing exercises, but I love guided meditations. And actually there's so many wonderful apps. The app that I use is Insight Timer, and it's free. You can do a membership. I think it's pretty reasonable, the year membership, but I haven't found that I've needed that yet. But anyway, so Insight Timer is what I use, and the past handful of months, I'm literally doing guided meditations morning and night. And for me, just like there's stuff going on in my head, I'm concerned about this, that, or the other thing or whatever. And for me, it is so helpful to lay in my bed, before I get out of bed or before I fall asleep and listen to a guided meditation. You know, it could be 5 minutes long, it could be a half an hour long, whatever. And for me, that is so healing and such a de-stressor. I love that. I also find that when I just get my little tuchus out of my apartment in Brooklyn and go for a walk and connect and be outdoors, especially before the sun sets, you know, because it's getting darker earlier. But that is so healing when you're breathing fresh air, and it is such a wonderful, free, easy de-stressor. And I want to just acknowledge that, you know, I believe that, you know, we are all want to feel better, and we all want to learn how to follow through and take care of ourselves. And we are all doing the best that we can. We really are. And I'm proud of you, totally proud of you. And I want to just honestly give yourself permission to acknowledge everything that you are going through, and that you are doing the best that you can. And sorry about that. There are so many things that you can do to help support your gut health and your overall health. And I really just want to make sure you understand that it is not an all or nothing thing. This is totally not all or nothing. You can just choose one simple thing to help support your gut health. You know, whether that is committing to going for a walk. I'm telling you, getting outside and going for a walk literally helps with your gut health. Okay? It is, or if you know, decide to do a guided meditation, or if you decide like, oh crap, I know dairy doesn't sit well with me, and I've been ignoring it all these years, maybe I'll just take it out for 30 days and just experiment. Or if you're like, you know what, I love salmon, or I love, you know, fish, and I don't eat enough of it, and I know that that's a really anti-inflammatory, gut healing, healthy food. I want to eat that once or twice a week. There are just so many different things that you can do, and just being mindful that it doesn't have to be all or nothing. And it can just be little things that you know that are going to support you. And I just want to give you permission to do that and experiment, and know that everyone is a unique individual and has different needs, and is really... I also want to say, I feel like I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but I feel like you know what you need to do to support your health. And it's just about honestly making a decision and following through, which actually reminds me, I did, it was on Tuesday, you can watch the replay on IGTV or on Facebook in my Facebook feed. I did a hot topic wellness workshop on setting and keeping goals during uncertainty. So you might want to check that out if you know, following through and sticking to and setting goals has been something that you've been, you know, wrestling with. So I just, you know, so today's topic about gut health and do you have leaky gut? It's a weird term, and it sounds kind of just bizarre. And that's why, you know, the kind of more formal term is intestinal permeability. But I hope, you know, you might have heard this term thrown around, and it's like, what the hell is it? And I hope that today's workshop gave you insight into what it is and how your nutrition, your mindfulness, and your lifestyle are really impacted, you know, can really impact it, and, you know, support your gut, or, you know, not support it. So there are those steps that I offered that you could do. And it's, again, it's just, I'm going to just list through them real quick. One thing is to identify and eliminate foods that you're sensitive to. And then common allergens: dairy, gluten, soy products, corn, sugar, lectins, and phytates that are found in their They're anti-nutrients that are found in grains and legumes, nightshades, soy and corn. And then just like introduce more really like wholesome, nourishing, anti-inflammatory, gut healing foods into your diet. That's wild caught fatty fish like salmon or sardines, mackerel, bone broth, fermented foods like kimchi and sauerkraut, raw fermented foods, and really being super mindful of getting a wide variety of foods, especially produce, into your diet and mixing it up. If you find yourself having spinach and that's the only green that you got, guess what? Next time, get baby kale or bok choy. And then those healthy fats, be super mindful. Please don't ever use canola oil when you cook at home. I beg of you. Healthy fats include coconut oil and avocado oil and olive oil and ghee, which is clarified butter, duck fat. The egg yolks. Egg yolks are super powerful superfood. And then be really mindful about not popping, ibuprofen or Aleve or Tylenol every time you get a headache or a minor pain. Drink some water, take a breather, rest. Try a natural anti-inflammatory like turmeric or curcumin. And then finding ways to de-stress. Finding something that just like makes you happy and smile. All of these, it's such this holistic approach, you guys. All of this impacts your gut health, which impacts your overall health. And so, gut health, and especially, specifically digestion and mindful eating is one of the topics that we address in my small group coaching course, Nourish to You Flourish. So, I can't remember if I mentioned it at the beginning, but I'm just going to mention it now. So my small group coaching course, Nourish to You Flourish, is 6 weeks. It's an intimate group, and it is really designed for you to confidently overcome self-judgment around daily choices, create a healthy mindset, implementing mindfulness relating to nutrition and digestion, and really to transform your lifestyle. So I created this program really to provide a fresh opportunity for you to learn to nourish, support, and heal your body. And I really approach this with love and intention and education and action in order for you to create truly both immediate and lifelong positive change. So the idea is that you will walk away after the 6 weeks with a holistic roadmap for truly becoming your best self. And I do have to share, when I get testimonials from my past participants, I literally weep. So, I just have to share. So this is a couple quotes from past participants from my group coaching course, Nourish to You Flourish. So one of them said, "I now feel more confident in my abilities and self-worth. Have taken up a regular meditation practice. Strive for mindful eating and supportive nutrition on the daily. No longer suffer from energy crashes and brain fog. And feel that now I have even more tools in my kit to set myself up for success." And then another past participant said, "Every day now, I incorporate practices and thought processes into my life that I learned during the course. If you're on the fence about signing up, this is your sign. Do it. It's absolutely worth the money, and I'm a healthier person, both mentally and physically, because of it." I've been sharing a lot of testimonials from my past participants in the group coaching course, because I think that it's interesting, because I think a lot of us really want to heal and get better, and we are taking steps to do that. But the purpose of my program is to create that community of like-minded people and having this support and accountability, where there is this place of non-judgment and acknowledging and respecting where everyone's coming from, and that everyone has specific health goals and concerns. And it's just this beautiful opportunity to create that community. And what I love about it is that it's a 6-week course. So we have 6 weeks of group Zoom coaching calls together. And then in addition, you get 3 one-on-one sessions with me to really go deeper into your specific health goals and concerns. So that's something that is really, I think, a big bonus about it, because I like I said earlier, my whole approach is bio-individuality, which means that everyone is a unique individual with specific needs. And so being able to address your needs through, yes, of course, my one-on-one nutrition and wellness coaching clients, I do that. But specifically, I just want to make sure that you're aware of my small group coaching program. It's 6 weeks. We start on Monday, December 7th. And we will be finishing 2020 together and entering 2021 together on this healthy high note, which I'm really looking forward to. And actually, the early bird enrollment rate is open through tonight at midnight, no matter where you are in the world. And enrollment will be open after today, but just not the early bird rate. So what are your next steps? So if you're on Instagram, your next steps are to say, hi, what can I do for myself today that will be supportive to me? And then head over to the link in my bio where you can visit my website, thewellnessheadquarters.com, and check out Nourish to You Flourish, my group coaching course. That webpage gives you total insight into more about the program and what you can expect from it. And if you're on Facebook, I'll put a link in the comments with a link to that webpage. And as always, I'm totally here and available if you have questions, or not only about gut health, but about, and leaky gut. But if you are interested in learning more about what it's like to work with me, or joining the group coaching program, Nourish to You Flourish. So today concludes 4 days of a taste of Nourish to You Flourish. Again, I want to all the replays, if you missed them, are available on IGTV. So there was Mondays is how to boost immunity through nutrition. They're also available in my Minnetonka feed on Facebook. So Monday, how to boost immunity through nutrition. Tuesday was setting and keeping goals during uncertainty. Wednesday, overcoming self-criticism, which if you want to listen to one, you gotta do overcoming self-criticism. That was a really good one. I was laughing my way through it because just watch it. Because it's such an intense topic, and it's just, honestly, you just deserve more. I want to help you be more self-compassionate. So anyway, check out that. If there's one of these wellness workshop replays you can watch yesterday's Overcoming Self-Criticism. Laugh with me, cry with me, and I want to help support you to overcome that. And again, your next steps are to watch the replay of that, visit the link in bio, visit the link in comments, reach out to me, and just have a really beautiful, safe day. And I will certainly be back doing lives. I'm figuring out my schedule, but it is my pleasure to come and share my love and my knowledge. And I really hope that you had a takeaway from today's Leaky Gut Health 101 Hot Topic Wellness Workshop. And until next time, stay safe and talk soon. Bye for now.